Hey, glad to see y'all today. Um, so as always, we're gonna get started by setting an intentional space for practice. So I invite you to shut the door, turn off your notifications, and gift yourself this next 30, 45 minutes or so um, free of distraction. In terms of props today, if you've got a yoga block or two, that might be helpful. Not required, but might be helpful. So as always, I've got mine here. And then the last little bit of housekeeping is that today we're going to get off the chair. So just be sure you've got kind of enough space around you so that you can do that. We're going to do a little bit more of a dynamic practice today, move some energy, move some breath. Um, so we're going to get started. So as always, we'll start with just a little bit of a sensing exercise, sitting and feeling into the body. Then we're going to move into some dynamic pranayama, breath work, and then we'll move into the body. So come to a tall seat. If you need to support your feet on blocks or pillows so that they're flat, do that. And then just take a moment to close down the eyes and then just shift the weight of the spine a little bit side to side and front and back, just little bitty movements. And feel how the weight shifts across the hips as you move the spine around. Just really small movements. I might not even be able to see them if I was sitting there with you. And then I want you over the course of the next couple of breaths to find this sort of central point of balance so that you can feel like you've got the weight of your torso balanced evenly over the strong and stable base of your hips. And we're going to do that same exercise with the head and neck. So again, with the eyes closed, keeping the trunk still, take some small movements of the head and neck, side to side, forward and back. It's difficult to do that without moving the rest of the body. But move the head and neck around until, again, you find this sort of neutral, centered alignment. And when you get there, keep the eyes closed or soft. Relax the eyebrows away from one another. Unclench the jaw. And allow the tongue to move away from the roof of the mouth. On your next exhale, feel a relaxing and widening down of your shoulders. And the hands can rest in your lap, face up or face down, with a soft and natural bend in your elbows. Relax the muscles of your legs to the greatest extent that you can. And allow the belly to relax completely. Let the belly button become slack. Notice the quality of your breath as you arrive in your seat today. Big extended breath, or maybe they're a little bit shorter today. None is better or worse than the other. Begin to deepen your breath, if possible, in and out through your nose. Deepen your breath to the extent that you can hear your inhales equal to your exhales. Three more breaths. Good. All right, blink your eyes open, and we're going to move into, it's a Kriya. It's a type of dynamic meditation and breath work combined from Kundalini lineage. And so again, we're going to sit really tall. What I want you to do is bend your elbows about 90 degrees and have the palms face up towards the ceiling. Place your thumb into your palms and wrap your forefingers around it. So you've got a fist here. And this is what this breath is going to look like. You're going to inhale and pull the elbows back, and then exhale, cross the forearms in front of you. Your next inhale, pull the elbows back. Exhale, dump it up overhead. So sort of like you're dumping a bucket overhead. Always on the inhale here, and then exhale, cross. Inhale, hug back. Exhale, toss. Yeah, so in, cross, in, toss, okay? And we're going to move at a dynamic pace, so it'll probably be a little bit faster than the breath that we began with. So I'm going to start a little slow, and then you're going to move at a pace that feels dynamic to you. The breath still continues through the nose, and if you pick a pace that ends up being too fast that you feel like you can't catch your breath, no big deal, just slow down. Okay, so again, inhale here, exhale, cross. Inhale, hug, exhale, toss. And we'll just continue to repeat that. Let the breath be rhythmic, powerful, even. Okay, we'll begin. Inhale, exhale. Maybe close down the eyes or steady them at a single gazing point in front of you. Keep going. Maybe pick up the pace a bit. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stretch your arms up, spread the fingers wide, hold the breath, shrug the shoulders into the ears. Breathe out the mouth, cactus the arms. Good. All right. Let's bring one hand down to your thigh and reach the other arm up. Palm faces towards the midline, and then arc over towards the hand you've got on your thigh. And so I want some opposing energy. Press the hand down to lift the chest up. Reach the top arm up and then over. So feel there's some stretch and some sunlight on the side, on the armpit. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Release. We'll take it to the other side. Hand comes down. Other arm reaches up. Palm faces towards the midline. Arc over. Keep leveraging the chest up to the ceiling and lengthening from the hip crease all the way to the pinky finger. Good, release that. All right, we'll move a little bit more through the shoulders before we get into the body. So take your arms out wide, palms face forward. Now I want you to turn this into a back bend. So reach the palms back as if they could touch behind you. Yours might go farther than mine. Chest lifts up, so we're looking for spinal extension. So feel the shoulder blades squeeze together to support the heart. And then as you exhale, bring the arms forward, round the upper back, give yourself a bear hug. We'll do that several more times. Inhale, unfurl, lift, expand the chest. Exhale, wrap the arms forward, round the back. Keep going like that. Use the entire inhale to open and the entire exhale to round it. If possible, you might be alternating which arm crosses on top, but if not, it's no big deal. Really visualize the shoulders and the shoulder blades moving in space and expand the distance that they can move. 2 more times. Let this movement be liquid, slow, like moving through molasses. Good. Release the hands down to your knees. Shift the chest a little forward. Shake out the shoulders a bit. Cat and cow, simple cat and cow. So draw the chest forward, lift the chin, expose the throat. And as you exhale, round in, tuck the tailbone round to the chin, and keep going like that. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Neutralize the spine, bring the hands back underneath the arms. All right, so we're going to get into the standing part of our practice. So let me make some adjustments so you can see. I'm going to rotate my chair here. And I would just have your block handy. It might come in handy here. So I want you to stand and face your chair, face the seat of your chair, and then bring your hands down to your chair. And you can find any position of the hands that feels good to you. I like to grip the outer edges. It's easier on the wrists. Take your feet wide enough so that you feel stable, and then you can unlock the knees so that there's no stress on the low back. We'll continue our cat-cows here. So breathing in, drop the belly, expand the chin and the chest forward, reach the tailbone back. As you exhale, press into the hands and the feet to dome the spine. So the legs might lengthen in your cat pose. So keep going like that. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. One more time. Breath out. Good. Neutralize the spine so you can do some wiggles to kind of find that out, just like we did before. And we're going to move into some strengthening and balance shapes. So let's take one hand forward. I'm going to say right hand. And so it's reaching up, and I'm resting my wrist on the back of the chair. Good. And then root down through this other hand. Let the palm face through the center line. Spread your fingers wide, and then lift the arm. So it might just lift a couple of inches, and then lower it down. Okay, so we're going to do that 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, stay here. Okay, so same foot, same arm. I'm going to wiggle the right foot over to the center line. Lift the left leg behind me. So I've got right arm on the back of the chair, left leg lifting behind me, left hand on the seat of the chair. Now light up the left leg, hug muscle to bone, the glute, the hamstring, and then let the hip point down. So not opening up to the side, but hips are level to the ground. Keep the head in line. Notice if it's dropped down. Also, are you still breathing? Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Keep the legs straight and strong. Let the toes point straight down to the ground. See if you can keep the legs straight as long as you can as you bridge the foot down to meet the right. Good. Release the right hand down to your chair. We will take this to the other side. So root the right hand down to the chair. Left hand, left wrist finds the back of your chair. Palm faces towards the center line. Hug the belly in just about 5%. And then we'll do 5 pulses with this arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let that wrist find the chair. Heel toe, left foot to the center line. Lift your right leg behind you. So we're in a supported warrior 3 variation. Light up both legs, and I noticed my right hip was hiked up, so I'm going to even that out. Good. Head in line with the rest of the body. Keep breathing. Let the right toes point straight down, so flex it back towards the shin, and then draw bridge. Right foot comes down to meet the left. Left hand comes down to your chair, one cat-cow. Drop the belly, breathe in. Dome the spine as you exhale. Good. All right, we're going to add on to that. So we're going to go through this whole thing 3 times, adding on each time. All right, right wrist finds the back of your chair, light up the leg. So we're all about activating the whole body here. Right foot to the center line, left leg lifts behind you. Good, okay. Now, bring your left wrist to the chair. So it's as if you're squeezing, it's hard to look at you and do this, as if you're squeezing a block between your palms. Both arms are reaching forward. Maybe both arms lift and we're in our warrior 3. You can always pulse those hands down to find a little balance. Good. All right. Breath in and breath out. Slowly walk the hands down, flex the toes back, draw, bridge the left foot down. Good, good work. It is harder to come into our warrior 3 from the ground up that way. All right, we're going to take this to the other side. Left wrist on the back of the chair. Strong through the back body and the belly. Reach the right leg behind you. Steady the gaze. This standing knee can have a soft bend in it. Bring both wrists to the back of the chair. Good. Now lighten the load on your wrists. Lift the arms. 2 more breaths. You can do this. Good. Release the hands down. Flex the toes back. Draw. Bridge down. Good. 2 cat-cows. Drop the belly. Exhale. If you need to add any sort of side bend, wiggle movements here, that's totally welcome. Bend, actually, let's all do that. Let's bend one knee and then the other. Release any tension in the back. Okay. So we're going to add on to that. Just thinking about a different way to add on. So we're going to add on slightly differently. Keep your hands on the chair. Walk that right foot to the center line. Lift your left leg behind you. Now, listen closely. Bring your right hand, so same hand as what's on the ground, to the seat of your chair, right in the middle of it. And then bring your left hand to your left hip. So that's the same as your lifted leg. Now I want you to think about stacking your left hip on top of the right so that your left toes are going to point out to the side. Good. Now we're here in our half moon variation. And this is a great place for a block if the chair still feels like it's hard to reach when you kind of tip over to the side. Good, but I still want my grounded toes pointing towards the chair, my lifted toes pointing out to the side. Half moon pose. Left hip continues to stack up. Maybe the left arm lifts. Take the left arm beside the ear. How about that? Long side body. Good. Left hand comes back to the chair. Slow and steady. Wrap the hip down. Both hands come down to the chair. Draw, bridge left foot down. Good. All right, little shake it out. We'll take this to the other side. Okay. Left hand in the center of the chair. Left foot in the center line. Lift your right leg. Right hand to the right hip, and then start to stack the hips open. Left toes point towards the chair. Right toes point towards the side wall. And just like we were in our warrior 3, this leg is straight and strong. Maybe extend the right arm up. So you've got this long line of energy, fingertip to fingertip. Maybe take that right arm beside the ear. So we're stretching toes to fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hand comes back to the hip. You can soften that standing knee. Wrap the hip down. Both hands to the chair. Drawbridge. Good. All right, cat and cow to reset. Any serpentine side to side movements. Release any tension in the hips. All right, let's bring the right hand to the center of your chair, maybe on a block. Bend your right knee. Straighten your left leg. And then lift your left arm up. So it's a little open twist here. Good. Take the left arm up and over beside the ear. Stay here, long side body. And then circle the hand down. Left hand comes down. Left knee bends. Right arm up. Right arm beside the ear. Pause. And then circle the hand down. Good. Bring the hands to the seat of your chair again. Walk your feet back. Farther and farther, and then drop the chest down. So we're in our downward facing dog, releasing the shoulders. Knees can be soft. Feet can be as wide as they need so that your belly has space to breathe. One more inhale. And an exhale. Good. Walk your feet in, 4 inches, 6 inches, and take them a little bit wider. Bring your right hand down to the outer edge of your left leg. So it might come to the thigh or the ankle. And then twist so that the gaze comes under the left armpit. Good. We'll take this twist to the other side. Right hand back on the chair. Left hand comes to the outer right leg. Gaze comes under the right armpit. Good. Come out of the twist. Hands to the chair. Walk your hands in. And then we'll return to our seat. Good. Beautiful work. All right. We're going to do just a little hip stretch and then we'll bring it down. All right, so let's root our right foot down. And then we're going to cross the left ankle above the right knee for figure 4. Yeah. So let's just start here sitting upright. And again, always support that foot on the ground if it doesn't quite reach. Good. So let's take hand to ankle and the other hand to the inner knee, and let's just gently press that knee down. Don't need to force anything, but maybe that gets us a little bit of sensation in the outer hip, the low back. Now keep this engagement with the hands and start to twist the torso to the left. So it's a really small twist, but maybe the sternum is in line with the femur of your lifted leg. Keep pressing the knee down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Draw back through center. We'll switch. All right. Hand to ankle, hand to the knee. Press it down. This side will probably be different. Keep the breathing steady. Keep the leverage of the hands on the lower leg as you start to make this small twist to the right. Good. Come out of the twist. Bring both feet down. We'll take a wide fold. So take your feet wide. And then you can start with hands on your thighs. Start to reach the chest forward and down. And then the hands can slide down the legs. And just let yourself be droopy and swoopy here. Release the head. Shake it yes and no. Adjust the width of your legs as needed so that this is at least somewhat breathable. Let the back round, let it all go. Maybe a sigh or a flutter of the lips. 2 more breaths. Good. Walk your hands back up the legs. Take your time making your way back upright. And find your comfortable tall seat again. And we'll end the same way we began. So take your gaze either closed or down to the earth in front of you and start that little movement of the spine. It might feel a little bit different now than it did before. But this little subtle movement, sense it. And then ease your way towards a stacked, neutral positioning of the torso. And then do the same thing with the head and neck. Move it around a bit. Find that expression through the body that takes not too much effort. Allow the forehead to relax, the ears to relax, the jaw to part. Belly to release entirely. And the legs to relax to the greatest extent possible. Stay here in your breath. It's your only job, right? When your mind wanders on to the next thing on your to-do list, you need to draw it back to either your breath or to things you can notice in your body. These anchor points for our attention. Five more easy breaths, exactly as you are. And blink your eyes open. Welcome yourself back to this room. Let's press the palms together in front of our heart, rub the hands together. Take your attention down to the hands and increase the pace of the rubbing so that you can feel some heat, some aliveness in the hands, this energy that you can create. Good. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, slow the hands. Let the sternum rise to meet the thumb knuckles. A moment of gratitude for this practice, for yourself for prioritizing it today, and for these opportunities we get to share the practice together, even in difficult times. I thank you for showing up for yourself and for each other. All right. Thanks as always for joining me today, and glad to have you with me. Please let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see from me, any other type of class or tutorial. I'd be happy to record something for you. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day.